Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike here at Gamefromscratch, and Adobe has long had a stranglehold over the graphics industry. Basically, an Adobe Creative Cloud subscription was almost a requirement if you worked as a professional artist. Thing is, this has been changing. Back in 2024, I did a roundup of some of the biggest alternatives to Adobe products that are out there. I really do need to do an updated version of this for 2026 because things have changed a lot. And we're going to talk a little bit about that today, but specifically we're going to talk about some recent developments that have given direct competition to some core products at Adobe that really they haven't had competition with in the past. And we're going to start things off with Lightroom. Now, Lightroom is an application for doing photo, post-processing, touch-ups, that kind of stuff. And it's been kind of on its own. There is an open source version called Darkroom out there that is an alternative, but there is a new player in this space, a competitor to Lightroom that you probably didn't see coming, and that is DaVinci. DaVinci Resolve recently released DaVinci Resolve 21. Now, DaVinci Resolve, you think, no. DaVinci is a competitor to Adobe Premiere, and you're not wrong there. This video editing application very much is a competitor to Adobe Premiere. But the thing is, this new version adds some new functionality here that you wouldn't expect, specifically photo. So this is a new area of DaVinci Resolve that is going to basically go head-to-head. It's taking some of the technology behind the DaVinci side of things, like the filters and so on they did for video, and they're moving it over so you can work with photos. So if you want to do color grading, for example, you can do that here using DaVinci Photo. So DaVinci Resolve is moving in to become a Lightroom competitive, which is pretty impressive. On top of that, DaVinci Resolve is available for free. Their big business model is to get people on the hardware side of things, but it's interesting to see that they're moving into this photo space. So if you are looking for a photo processing tool, well, that is exactly what they offer here now, on top of course, being a non-linear video editor, a competitor to the likes of Adobe Premiere. So pretty big development there. This just came out like a week ago. So part of the reasoning behind this video is this, but we've got a couple of other moves in this space as well. So Lightroom now has a new competitor, along with Premiere already having an existing competitor. But what about Adobe After Effects? Now, this has been one of those areas where there has been no competition. Adobe After Effects kind of was its own area in this whole motion graphics world. There were not too many competitors to it. Now, there were some people that do kind of similar things, but After Effects has kind of had this space to itself. And then amazingly enough, in the last couple of weeks, they've got not just one, but two new competitors in this space. And amazingly enough, they are both free-ish. We'll get back to that in a second. First one is Cavalry. Now, Cavalry was bought by Canva. Cavalry is exactly that. It has got procedural technology in there. You can even use code on the one side, but it is basically a motion graphics tooling. So it's 2D animation software. You got controlling rigs, color palettes, duplicators, force dynamics, rubber hose, magic easing, connected shapes, text animations, and so on. So this is, again, a program I highly recommend you go ahead and check out. It, again, completely free for individuals. I also think it's free for enterprises now, to be honest, too, because Canva bought it and made it completely free. So that is a kind of a really cool move here. And Cavalry, in some ways, was the biggest After Effects alternative that I could think of. Now, there was another one out there that was in development by a company called, I want to say Side Effect, but that's not right. But anyways, this software was called Autograph. Now, Autograph is in the same space. It's a little bit more on 2D and 3D. Does a little bit more VFX and compositing side of things, but it also does motion design and animation. And the reason why I'm talking about this is Maxon, the creators of Cinema 4D and other software. Well, they purchased the company behind it. And now they've actually made it available for free as well. Now, this is where the ish comes in because Autograph is available for free, but it's free for individuals. I actually can't figure out how companies go ahead and buy it. Like, I literally can't find it in the buy category, except for possibly in one of these groups subscriptions, possibly. I'm not 100% certain which one you have to buy in order to get it, because it doesn't explicitly mention it there. So they definitely need to clarify how you buy this as a non-individual, but if you are an individual, even if you are using this commercially, you could use Autograph here as well. So if you're looking for motion graphics software, we got two new contenders: Autograph, free for individual, and then Cavalry, free for everybody. So definitely we've got new competitors in the After Effects space. And this is all building on this. So we got Adobe Photoshop, and then on top of that, we've also got Adobe Illustrator, and then we've got Adobe Designer, or whatever the hell, InDesign as well. So those are three of the key heartblood programs over at Adobe. And going back to that whole Canva thing, well, Canva purchased Affinity, or technically the company was called Serif, and they made three different products, which were Affinity Designer, Affinity Publisher, and Affinity Photo. Photo being a Photoshop alternative, Affinity Designer being an Adobe Illustrator competitor, and then the other one being an InDesign competitor. Now, the thing is, those have all been merged into a single application, which is now called Affinity. You're going to find there's a vector, a pixel, and a layout. As basically, you can think of vector now as being the Illustrator alternative, pixel being the Photoshop alternative, and layout being the Publisher or InDesign alternative. They're all merged together now. And then Canva also has their AI integration. Now, I actually use Affinity on a daily basis. I use it for all of my thumbnails and graphic work, and I highly recommend checking it out. The thing is, Affinity used to be cheap. It used to be like $60 one-time purchase. Now, it is free, and it is super impressive. If you've not added this to your tool chain, go ahead and do so. And as you can see, it does support Photoshop documents to bring them in. So at this point in time, pretty much every single major Photoshop product out there has a competitor, and those competitors tend to be free, which is super disruptive to the industry. Adobe needs to be quaking in their boots at this time, because they may still be slightly better in some areas or just downright superior at certain tasks, but the competition is improving rapidly and at a price point that Adobe just can't compete with. It's pretty amazing in that regard. So those are some of the major developments. Now, we've also got a couple of up-and-coming players I want you to be aware of. I've covered these on the channels in the past, but these are kind of do-it-all applications. This one is called Pixie Editor. And again, these last two I'm going to finish on. I highly recommend you check them out if you did not see them in the past on the channel. By the way, if you did miss that, I do recommend hitting that like and subscribe button so you'll be aware of these kind of things when they come up. This is a free and open source application for non-destructive procedural graphics creation using node-based networks. And it could do some super impressive things. It's got a very different take on how to do things. So it is a unique program. It's got a very different take on the world, but I do recommend you go ahead and check this one out. So it's basically a procedural-based graphics app that kind of fills some of the roles of all of these different Adobe products. And then we've got Graphite, and this is another one. Again, it's a procedural toolbox for 2D content creation. You can slot this into your pipeline with other applications as well. The same kind of concept of procedurally creating your documents. Again, you got vector graphics here, but you do also have motion graphics in there as well, image editing. So this one kind of competes with Illustrator, a little bit with Photoshop, a little bit with After Effects, etc. It's a very interesting program and one that I highly recommend you check out as well. The procedural side of things is very, very cool. Again, I did a video about this about a year and a half ago. I do intend to revisit it soon because Graphite is a pretty awesome application. And these two, so Graphite and Pixie Editor, these are kind of applications that we might be talking about the same way we talk about things like Inkscape and Krita now in the near future. And in some ways, like, I would rather use Graphite than Inkscape personally, as an example. So it is amazing the alternatives that we are seeing to the Photoshops and the Illustrators and all the other Adobe products out there. Like I said, Adobe should be quaking in their boots right now. And if you look at their stock, they kind of are. So those are some new tools out there to make it easier to break away from the Adobe ecosystem. Again, DaVinci Resolve basically directly taking on both Premiere, but also taking on the whole Lightroom approach. Then we've got After Effects competitors in the form of Cavalry and Autograph, both available free, so you've got nothing to lose to go ahead and check them out. And again, Photoshop is being kind of all of their three, Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign. Well, Affinity, or Canva technically, are coming for all of them. It is kind of an amazing world we live in right now. I'm curious, what do you think? Also, I'm going to probably do an Adobe Alternatives for 2026 update videos. Take a look at my 2024 list and then what we've covered here. If I'm missing some new stuff, do let me know in the comments down below. I want to be as comprehensive as possible with those alternatives videos. All right, that's it. Adobe, easier and easier every day to break away. Let me know what you think. Comments down below. I'll talk to you all later. Goodbye.